Good afternoon, Elbow Creek parents. My name is Kimberly Hale, the new principal at Elbow Creek Elementary. Here with me is my assistant principal, Elizabeth Alvarez, and my classroom teachers. If you could all give a little wave, coyotes. Yay! Before we begin, I just want to thank you all for your patience through this process of transitioning from live instruction to distance learning. These are very uncharted waters, and we're all learning and problem solving as we go. So please be assured that everything we do is to ensure the safety of your students and families to find the best method to provide quality instruction for your children. We ask that you continue to have patience with us as we start this new adventure together. We are here today to just give you a little glimpse of what your children might experience on the first day of school. So what you see on the screen is what your children will see the first day they log in. All the pictures of their classmates and, of course, their teacher. So we thought we would address some commonly asked questions. Teachers, do you have any questions? Miss Seck, yes.
Yes. So I was wondering, will the class be able to see into my home? And also, what might be the best place for my child to set up Zoom?
Great question. And yes, just like you see the teachers' backgrounds right now, you will be able to see, or the students will be able to see the background behind your students in your home. So please just be aware of that and where you place your child. We recommend that you find a wall that is plain, that doesn't have a lot of decor on it, to minimize those distractions. So excellent question. Yes, Mrs. Boland.
Can I Zoom with my child?
Mrs. Alvarez, would you like to take that question?
Sure. So this is at the teacher's discretion, and all of our teachers will go over this the first day of school.
Excellent. Oh, Mrs. Alvarez, you have a question.
What will my child's day look like, and will my child be on Zoom the whole day?
Ooh, another good question. Miss Needham, would you like to field that question?
Sure. Your child will either be in the A group, which starts at 8:20 in the morning, or the B group, which starts at 12:30. They'll meet on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, and possibly Wednesdays. Your child will Zoom with the teacher as she or he provides lessons and then assigns independent work to be done on their own when they are not Zooming. In the beginning, the Zoom time may be shorter, but we hope to work up to the maximum of 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Mrs. Van Tol, did you have a question?
Yes, I was wondering, how can I help my child?
Great question. Mrs. Finley, would you be able to answer that?
Absolutely. So you want to just make sure that you're providing a quiet place with little distractions for your students during this online learning approach, and make sure that the students are logging on during the instructional time. This schedule will come to follow. Your teachers will be sending that out. Keep close communication with your teachers. Make sure if any updates are coming out, you're aware of them, and continue to support your students within the academic areas, such as reading with them at night and helping them with math. Maybe they can cook with you. And our supports are going to look a lot like they did when we were in regular school.
Great, thank you very much. Miss Cortez.
I have a question. What materials will be provided for my child to assist them in their learning?
Another great question. Yes, your child will be given all the basic supplies that they are needed for school, including books, pencils, crayons, folders, whiteboards, etc. Those materials will be distributed next week on Tuesday and Wednesday. You should have received a letter on that. And the distributions will be from 11 to 3, and then again 5 to 7. Tuesday will be letters, the last name beginning with A to L. In the evenings, it's open to anyone, and then on Wednesday, it would be from M to Z. So please be sure you come and get that. All your students will have a box that has been especially prepared by each teacher. And those will also serve as a little cubby that you can have at home to put all of their supplies and materials in. Any other questions? Yes, Mrs. West.
I have a really busy schedule during the day and I want to provide support for my kids. So can I flex my child's schedule so that I can help them?
Ooh, another good question that we've already had many of those questions. Mrs. Van Tol, would you like to answer that question? Oh, she's on mute. I will go ahead and answer that question for her. And parents, just so you know, this will happen. Your students have the ability to mute themselves. And sometimes when they're asked a question, they forget to unmute or they have difficulty with that. It happens to us all the time. No worries, the teachers will be working with your students and within a few days, they will be pros at that. In the meantime, that we do realize that parents have very busy schedules, and this is definitely difficult times, and we understand that. Unfortunately, the instructional time with the teacher has to remain the same. There will be some flexibility for that independent work, but you really will have to check with individual teachers because it is very different for if you have a kindergarten child versus if you have a 6th grader. Ultimately, we're trying our best to create independence with the students and for them to build up that stamina of time that they can be online. So again, your teacher will go over that tomorrow, the first day of school. So look forward to hearing about that. More questions. Oh, Mr. Dice.
So I know Zoom is super important for my child to see the teacher, but how does my child get on Zoom on the first day of school?
Ooh, another very popular question. And I think the best person to answer that would be Mrs. Eck. Would you be willing?
Yeah, I'd be happy to answer. So you should be on the lookout for a video that either your child's teacher on Dojo will share out or through the Elbow Creek Dojo as well. But when they log on for the first time and they open up, it will open directly to Clever. And then you will have a little S for Schoology. And so you're going to click on the S for Schoology that will take them to their teacher's main page. And each teacher within Schoology has a direct link to Zoom. So it should be right there on the main page of Schoology.
Great, thank you. Oh, Mrs. Dennis.
I wanted to know, how will I know what my child's assignments are going to be and if they're going to have an agenda like they had last year?
Yes, of course, that would be very important to know. And Mrs. Olvera, would you be willing to answer that question?
Of course. Do you mind if I share my screen?
That would be perfect.
All right. Says I'm disabled to participate screen sharing.
Okay, no worries. Again, I will have to give you that ability. You may go ahead.
There we go. Okay, so as your student goes on to Schoology, their homeroom will look something like this. Their teacher, oops, sorry about that. Their teacher will have something up here. And then if you go up to the top, you'll see a calendar. If you click on the calendar, then it will bring up your student's calendar. And you'll see, for me, I have already assigned a couple things for my first classes. and it's right there in blue. So the students will be able to see their assignments and when they're due. And then they can also add, if they wanted to click on a date, they can add an event like reading 20 minutes every night or whatever their teacher has them add onto their calendar, just like they would on their agenda in class. So it's a good option to be able to share all assignments and things that are going to be due.
Great, thank you. That is very helpful. And one of the things, like I said at the beginning, parents, we do ask that that you be patient, because this is a learning process for all of us. And so teachers are learning. They had to quickly learn all these different platforms. And so some teachers are a little farther along than others. So eventually that they will all be on there. So if it's not there right the first day, just know that that will be coming. So thank you very much. Okay, can we have one final question? Oh yes, Mrs. Alvarez.
So will VUSD be providing training for any of our parents?
Yes, the plan is to provide training for parents on some of these things. The training dates schedule should be coming out fairly soon, and when they do, we will make sure to push those out to you all and give you that information. Teachers, in the meantime, teachers have created several different training videos for parents. You'll find those videos on the Class Dojos, the Elbow Creek Facebook, and many individual teachers have also posted them on YouTube, or they're beginning to post them on their Schoology accounts well. So training is definitely to come. And we do encourage parents to send questions to teachers so that we know what additional things that we might want to create videos for to post on our websites and so forth. So thank you very much, parents. We hope this helps just a little bit to ease your mind for that first day of school. We are in for quite an adventure, and we are very, very excited about seeing your kids' lovely faces again and just being able to make contact. And I know your kids are probably very excited too. We want this to be fun and exciting, even though it is very non-traditional and different. But we've been talking here about welcome to the 21st century. Even though we've been in it for 20 years, it's definitely come right up to our faces, and we are embracing it and very excited. So we will see you all tomorrow morning. Class begins at 8:20 for the AM, and we will see you in the afternoon for our afternoon kiddos at 12:30. Bye.